Alright, we're trying something new today. I've downloaded these multi-tracks from the Cambridge audio site and also from Telefunken. There's going to be a mixture. This one is from, this one is Joyride, Kung Fu, Joyride. So, and this seemed, I haven't really looked into it. All I've done is I saw that it's not kind of heavy metal or rap or anything. It's just something that's will be fun to do. And the main point of this is that my world comes from visual effects. And what that means is that I spend a lot of time with just clicking your little mouse finger. And when I was a lot younger, we had a lot of people actually end up getting injured and have carpal tunnel syndrome because of that. And I've really seen that there's a lot of people that had to make a lot of changes to their life halfway through their career. Now, I've seen a lot of the more mature mixers that work on large-scale desks, and they are always leaning and engaging their core and kind of like moving around, and they've been doing it for many, many years. What I'm seeing on that nowadays is people that are clicking, just sitting on one mouse, and I think it's actually not very good for the long term. Also, I want to show off how amazing this desk is. This is the Fairlight EVO. This was basically the machine that Black Magic bought, and they've now put into their system, their Resolve system. So this software is, although it's more mature now on the Resolve, it's kind of the same. It's got a lot of the same features, but I want to show it in the context of this desk, which I think is ace. I can kind of change around different views depending on what I'm doing. A lot of what I'm doing is very important to do it here, and then you see what's happening on the screen, and then you'll also see what's happening here and all that kind of stuff. But I can move around and go into different screens if it feels like I need to. All right. All I've done so far is pulled in the tracks, and that's all I've done. I just started a new project, and what I'm going to do is go through each of them, and you'll be able to see kind of just how I work. And I'm just going to play it like that. I'm not expecting any comments, but I'm going to put YouTube on in the background just in case. Oh, greetings from Germany. Wow, that's fantastic. All right. Well, I will just leave that there. Fantastic. Oh, also, one of the things you'll see is this is I don't know if you can see, but it's a touch screen, so you can actually touch and do things, and which is really handy, which I can show you later on why that part is kind of important. Let me cast past that. Whoa. What is going on here? This is not what I want to see. Live. Here we go. Got it. Oh, Toronto here too. Wow, that's lovely. Okay, well, I'm just going to keep on going. Here we are. Let me know if you can hear audio and everything okay, because I have no idea. Never done this before, to be honest, so who knows? All right. So let's just take the vocals. Let's have a little listen there. Oh, from Sweden. Hello, Sweden. That's fantastic. Marcus. Wonderful. All right, so as I work around this desk, you'll see my family's in the background because it's in the middle of my living room. And my wife is getting ready to go out on the bike with the dog. So here what you'll see here is, let me just zero in on some of these tracks. Again, you'll see that I can go between these things pretty quickly. This allows you to go between different track like amounts, and it's super handy. So right now I'm just going to concentrate on soloing the first vocal track. Let's see what that sounds like.
Cheap champagne.
First of all, he's got a lot of stuff in the background there. Oh, you know what I need to do? I need to lay out the desk. So let's do that. We do go into setup here, and then map faders, and then I say I want the vocals here, and that looks fine. But then here, I think I'll want to start. We can actually just leave it as is right now. What I might want to do is we've got the drums here. Let's just no. That's, you know what? I'll move them around later on. I think we can do that later. Let's have a listen to what we've got here. So I can quickly go into this view here, which is very handy, which allows you to look at that channel and see what's happening with the sends, all the EQs and stuff like that. And if I come out of that and go into the EQ, I can see if any of the EQs are switched on, which they're not, which I'll do right now. Is the limiter switched on? No, it's not. So let's go in there, and let's just say we're going to switch on a gate, and then a couple of other things, because there's lots of background noise. All right. Oh, Mark Wheats, hi Chris, love the Fairlight project. Fantastic. It's in the evening. Oh my goodness, yeah, that's right. Happy Christmas from England. Love your Fairlight series. Fantastic. That's from the Villa Vortices. And Mark says, please don't hurt yourself again. I hope not. All right.
Is this cocaine?
All right. So there's a lot of noise in the background, so let's quickly switch on a gate, which will hopefully get rid of some of the stuff. And let's hear that, if that is enough.
Cheap champagne.
We need a bit more of a release, and then we go into here and we do a little bit of a holdy poo.
Champagne. Champagne. Is this cocaine?
Bring it down a bit.
Cocaine.
This is going to be a bit tight right now and rough, but I'm just wanting to get rid of some of the background noise. Oh, what you'll also notice here is, it's fantastic. I can press this and just kind of scroll around. I can zoom in, and then when I do that, it comes into this very, very... Isn't that great? Sometimes I spend hours doing this. And it dims the audio too. Whoa, that's now very loud. I don't know why I find that interesting, but I do. Alright. Alright, the snare is kind of peeking through a little bit. Let's just...
She's so vain.
That's good enough. Now let's see what's on this other track. Vocals 2, let's just solo that one. That's interesting. Oh, let me... If you look at that, it doesn't look like there's much there, but sometimes I can see there's something there. It might be just be low. So what I can do is, if I go to clip level and then just display clip level, I can bring that up real easily. But I'm not seeing anything. That vocal's there. No, I don't think there's any audio in this at all. Wow. Even though I put this to non-monetized, because this is just for education only, there's still commercials. That's a shame. All right. Right, so basically the upshot is that, no. There's no vocals on this second mic. What's going on there? It does look like there's something there. What's that? Nope. I think this will just be muted. Zonk, you get nothing. Let's have a little listen to the drums now. So there's a couple of ways I can select things. I can go here, and that'll select them, or I can just go here. You know, I can have them laid out. These are really handy, these little screens here. Oh, can I see it on the... Maybe I need to go to this screen. Hold on a second. There. All right, this gives you a better layout of my desk, and you can kind of see what you can do here. I've got my macro keys here, right? And then I can select my tracks here. Right now I'm selecting drums, or I can select them here, or whatever. It's a double click, or if you want to add more things, you just press it single. But it makes it super fast just for selecting stuff. So I know that I'm on this drum here. All right, that makes sense. We can leave it here for a second. Let's have a solo of that. And let's just make sure that we are on this one here. Wow. Well, that's just reverb. So let's just start listening to the drums, I guess. Oops. Fantastic. Let's see what this sounds like with the these guys. Okay, got a bit of low end oomph to it, but like a bit of life to it. All right, and then drums overhead. Okay, so I'm going to keep the drum, and let's have a listen to the snares. Seems low. So another thing you can do here is I can immediately just gain this up. I can go to my clip level, and its actual level I can bring up. So if I'm on this track here, which is this guy here, let's just have a listen. Very thin feeling. Let's just bring up the levels a little bit, like that. All right, and then we're basically there's a snare on the bottom, snare on the mic on the top, mic on the bottom of the snare. How modern is this hardware, says Edna's Disco Machine. This got bought out by Blackmagic in 2017, 2016. And they've now taken it. Now it says Fairlight here, but it says Blackmagic Design. And they've changed a few things. They've gone another layer of these buttons, and they've taken out a few things. Some things I feel it's like, hang on, let me just change this to the other thing. How do I do this again? There we go. Oh, screwed this up, haven't I? There we go. Back to normal, now we can see. So basically, this started life in about 2012, I believe, and then 2000 or maybe 13, and then 2016, 17, it was bought. So it's been around for a little while. And but they have evolved over the years. It started with one called the MFX, which is kind of like a 24-track recorder. And then from there, it went into, there was one called Prodigy and Fame, and there's all these different versions. And then EVO came out, and EVO was kind of like the top end. After EVO, there was EVO Live, which actually added an extra set of buttons in here, which has now been, that's basically exactly what Blackmagic are using now for their hardware. So the hardware looks exactly the same, but you can buy all these modules separately, but the insides of them have been modernized. So some of these buttons I've got to actually, because of the situation of how I got this, I had to clean all this, and I've still got some cleaning to do. Also, you notice, see these LCDs here. If I can change over again, there, you'll see that these ones light up, but the others don't. That's because these are OLEDs and they're dead. I'm getting these replaced, hopefully. I'm hoping, anyway. And with any luck, you know, there's things that are basically being changed around in the new version of the Blackmagic. And what's the EVO's prime purpose? It is to record. It's a recorder. It's also what this one can do, which some of the other ones can't do, is that this one can actually take MIDI information and it can run VSTs. So it's not only is it a recording console, and you can record like hundreds of tracks at once, literally hundreds and hundreds of tracks at once. And that's what it's designed to do. But it also can do VST, and it has some basic MIDI implementation that may end up in the Resolve, in the new version of Resolve. We will see. Yes, DaVinci Resolve is amazing. All right, cool. Hopefully this is all making sense. So let's just go through. I just want to kind of get an idea of some of these names for these tracks are too long, and you'll see that over here on the right screen, they're kind of messy. So I'm just going to take away all those extra names. There's a lot of extra nonsense going on in here. So let me just take out all of this nonsense. Oops, I'll need that. And instead of drums, Tom 2, just Tom. Just Tom 1 and 2. You notice as well that the keyboard turns into a normal keyboard when you're using it for something keyboardy, which is fantastic. Okay, Tom 3. Sorry, this is a bit boring, but hey, this is live. And I've never done this track before. I don't know really anything about the structure of this track. Condenser, dynamic, horns. It's basically saying, I guess, the what each of the tracks are. Yamaha, DI, Korg. Okay, cool. That'll make sense. All right, cool. Okay, cool beans. All right. So let's just have a little listen to the toms here. Let's just see let's even isolate the toms, because the toms might be, sometimes when you're doing live sets, the toms will pick up a whole bunch of noise. So let's just see what these ones are doing. Oh, yeah. Whoa, listen to that booming nonsense. So that's Tom 1. So let's just go to Tom 1 here. Wow. See how boomy that is? Let's see if I can just take some of that out. Oh, hang on. Still got the bass drum soloed. That's obviously not right. So let's isolate those toms there. Generally what I like to do is try and use limiters just to gates just to clean things up so I can hear, and then I'll either do noise reduction or proper gating on them just to tidy them up, but it's just to get some clarity. So there's a lot of clatter going on here. What you don't want to do is hit it too much hard with limiters, because you lose the decay and all that kind of stuff. So I'm trying not to do that. Maybe I'll go back to this one here. Bonk. And you can see. Let's find a part where there is toms going on. Zoom in a bit. Let's do a release on there. Alright. Might not be perfect. So let's give it a bit more release. That's better. Alright, cool. Can I go back to my thing? Will that work? Ta-da! It does. Alright. So that's one tom. Let's go to the next tom. Tom 2. See the way these buttons aren't always, they need a bit of a clean. Tom 2 looks cleaner straight away. Oh no, but it's got a lot of low-end bump. So let's get rid of that. So I'm adding a limiter, what's it called? Gate. Let's find a good part there. Needs a bit of a... Not bad, actually. Little bits are cutting through. So let's put a tiny bit higher. Alright. It's good to kind of hear them in concert with each other too. Come on. Alright, it's come together. Let's go into tom 3. so low. You hear that low end rumble in there? Just take care of that. Add a bit of release. Oh, it's a really dead sounding. I might add a little bit of hold to hold the gate open a bit longer for it. And it's quiet as nuts. So I could add a wee compressor on that right now too, just to make things a bit better. Let's add a bit of a higher, harsher thing. Let's do that. Better. But what I like to do, and do this thing again, is on my clip level, I can just bring the levels up for that, because it seems really down in the doldrums. Then you've got a bit more to work with. That on. All right. What do you have Tom for? Looks like empty. Is there anything in there at all? The only thing I can see is this here. Wow. Got a long decay on the end of that. Wow. Okay. Boom. All right. All right, that still gets a bit of the essence of the drum. Wow. Okay, let's hear all of the toms together. Great. Are you guys hearing it in stereo? I don't know. But what I'm going to do is, if I take it out of this and just pan these around, so let's have the tom on the left there. Oh, maybe I can do this thing again so you can see what I'm doing. I'm just going to pan these guys here. A couple left and a couple of the tom 3 and the tom 4 a bit more right, so we get a bit more of a run. Not bad, a bit more. Cool, okay. We start bringing in the drums. So let's bring in just the kick. Wow, lots of adverts. Lots of adverts. All right. Thank you. It's an amazing looking setup. It is a lovely desk. There's a whole story behind how I got this desk, which I'm going to go into later on. This is a miracle. Somebody like me shouldn't even have a desk like this, but I do, and it's to do with Steve Rance again. Eek, that man, I tell you. Okay, well, we'll get to that another time. That's one of my series that I'm going to be showing, is how this kind of came together, how it ended up in my living room. We add a bit of life from these overheads. I don't know. Overheads bring back a lot of the messiness, I feel. I think they're just bringing in mess, so I'll leave it like that. I can quickly clear my solos right now. Let's have a little bit look at what else we've got going on. So, electric guitar. So let's have a listen to these. To this fellow here, see what he sounds like. It says con and dynamic, which my brain's going a condenser microphone and a dynamic microphone on the cab. Really messy, and then the dynamic. But having them both together. Okay. And let's just have a little listen to see what we've got there too. Oops. Some of these buttons are a bit funny. Oh, that's the bass mic. Okay. Let's see what these are. Hi. I have to change all my things. I've got a thing that can run on auto, which might be nice. Maybe I do that. I'll press that button and it'll just randomly go through the inputs and stuff. Let's have a little listen to these horns, see what these guys are doing. Oh, it's lovely. Wow, that's great. No, nothing, it's coming straight out of it. And then you add in some, let's have a look at, see what else is in there. Go to, and the horn, is there anything that's in there that's needing to, so just on the horn, we've just got a lot of, I'll just background noise. A couple of ways you can do that. I think I'll just cut those parts out instead of, I don't want to take anything out of the horns. So let's just do some slicing and dicing. Let's have a listen here. Alright, so in here, I'll just split that clip there. Let's have a listen to this over here. What's this part? Okay, it's an actual thing. So I do that, and then I can just go erase clip. Bonk. See how easy it is? I can just move my hands here, right? And I'm moving, and then I go over to this part here. Clip, move, erase clip, click, click, erase clip. Now, of course, it's not actually... Wow, there's another advert on. Wow. Is that really happening right now? This is Windows 7, I think. Yeah, this is, I think it's Windows 7 or Windows 10. Back when it was stable. But yeah, this is one of the things that I really like, is that I can listen to something. Oops. And there's noise in the background. I could cut that out with a little limiter poo, with a gate, but I don't want to. I want to actually show that it's nice and easy to do this. So if I go into my overhead view here, you can see that I can just easily cut this clip. Oh, how do I do that? Can I do this? Nope, that's me. Whoa, why is my tummy so big? Oh, this thing is on, that's why. Switch that off. Alright, this might make it a little bit easier to see. So if I go into this track here, bonk, and you can see, hey, I can go right in like that. That's cool. Alright, that makes it a lot easier to see. So yeah, I could use a gate on this stuff here. But it's a lot easier just to go in and use both of my hands at the same time. So you've got your multi-modes here. You've got your mixer mode, you've got your record mode, and all these little screens change. It's really cool. right? But I'm in editor mode, and editor mode is down here. That's something I can kind of go around with my thumb. I can also peek and look at something and then come back. It's kind of cool. Peek, bonk. I can go pink, do something, come back. Sometimes I'm in mixer mode and I want to quickly save it. I'll just go to editor, save project, let go, and it comes back. It's so cool. It's just ridiculous. Anyway, some of the things have changed on the new Blackmagic version. There's still an option to use this layout and not the newest layout that a lot of the more mature mixers might find them using. But I like that these things are here, my thumb is here. It's great. So it's kind of two-handed. It's you choose the mode of what you're wanting to do here. So this one is like cut, copy, erase right here, and then you basically then tell it how you're going to do it there. So I'm going to erase clip or erase tail, erase head of a clip. You know. So say if I was going to go over here, for instance, and let's just zoom out a little bit, and say I was like, well, let's just split the clip there, and then let's just erase that. And I might say, oh no, I want to just, that was too way early on. I just want to do it right here. So it's very easy for me just to go there, and then just go erase head with one button click, right? And if I really wanted to, I could go in there and do that, and bonk, and erase clip, and then just say I want it a little bit tighter, erase head. And of course, same as if I wanted to fade those things out, I could go fade tail. And if I wanted to do it at the beginning, let's just fade head. And so now I can hear that like that. And it goes out. Cool, huh? It's very nice. All right, let's just, so that's why I sometimes like to do that. And it makes it that you don't have to go in. Let's listen to this, for instance. This noise in the background there. So we can just cut that off there, split clip, and then I could just go fade, and then go in tiny little bit, fade tail. Doot, doot, doot. A few button presses. It's fantastic. And then come out from there, have a little look. Is there anything else? There is. There is. Split clip. Let's have a listen to that. I actually want to get it right at the beginning of that. So I could go in here and then just go erase head. Bonk. And if I wanted to do a tiny little fade, I could. Fade, everything. Bump, 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 bump. It is super, super easy. And then so when that comes in, you're not getting any of the bit before, it's nice and clean. It's funny, my brain does want to see if I can put a bit of a limiter on, a bit of a gate on that. So now that we've selected this track here and we are on horn tenor, I can go into here. Now there's another way I can do it, of course. I can go into my, if I go into this page, I can immediately go, these allow you to go to your EQ settings, so all the EQ stuff can be done here. Your auxiliary, all the different things. It's very cool. And you can see straight away here, if you look on this one here, where is it? You can immediately see on the bottom left screen over here that you can see what mode you're working on. So right now I'm on the compressor mode, and if I go back to this one here, see I'm on compressor mode, and it shows me all my compressor stuff over here. My limiter mode, all the limiter mode over here. And then for filtering or pan, and then if you're wanting to record stuff, you can see your path coming in, arming stuff. And of course, I can press arm. I can also press it on the screen if I wanted to, but it's really for plugins, and I'll show you why that's really, really cool in a little bit, maybe. But anyhow, so if I wanted to switch on my limiter stuff or my gate stuff, I could do it right here, and I can just adjust it, and you get a little mini representation. So if I'm doing it to horn tenor, and I want to switch it on, now it's on. And then if I wanted to just adjust the ratio and all that stuff, I can. So I can do that there, and I can get the threshold, and I want to put this on and make it go all the way down. So it's a smaller oops, you're on the wrong screen. It's a smaller representation of it. Let me see if you can see it here. It's like a little baby representation on the screen, over on the right-hand screen over here. See it? It's cute. But if I didn't want to do that and want to go onto the main big screen, it shows you everything over on the left here. And then I can easier see what the heck I'm doing. So let's just see if I hardly want to touch this this saxophone. So I'm not really hitting it that much. There's not that much background noise anyway. And then in between that, I've got those little bits here, which are, let's see what these sound like. I've got a feeling my attack isn't fast enough. Let's hear it without it. Bonk. Yeah, I'm kind of missing the beginning of that. Huh. Put this down as low as I can. That sounds better. So I've got no attack on it, and I've got a bit of release on it, 0.2, which is fine. And if I put a little bit of hold, but then I start getting the beats and stuff in the background. A bit more. I feel like just cutting those things out. Why? Because it's neat. Let's just say I won't do that. Split clip. Split clip. There's clip. And I'm actually doing this in a less smart way. I can even do it if I wanted to split a clip and then go here and then go trim head, I could do that. Oh, that's another cool thing. If I'm in something, I don't want to see if I'm missing anything, I can hold down that and it shows me it temporarily, so that if I want to let go, say here, there was something important, I can do that. But I'm not going to. Bonk. But anyway, going back to my old ways. Bonk. What's that there? Fine. Let's see what that sounds like at the end. Fine. Is there anything in between there? Bit phlegmy in there, huh? Alright. So, let's have a little see now if I go back to... What else should a little listen? Let's listen to the Hammond top there, so I can... What is this? I think that's just noisy. Let's compare it to the other two. Wow. Getting a lot more commercials than I thought. They've each got quite a bit of... Like, this one's just noisy. There's no benefit for that. I'm going to mute that one. But if I take these guys, which is a stereo pair at the top. Alright. I think that's sold it. Let's see what the Moog's doing. I think that'll be as clean as a whistle. Again, sometimes what I might do is, like, there's nothing on the Moog thing all the way. There's like just chunks here and there. So just for visual clarity, I wouldn't mind just going do that, and then again just split that there and there. Is there anything before? Nope. Erase. So I can see the chat. If you guys have any questions, I'm all ears. I might not see them straight away. All right, that's tidied that up. All right. Hello, sir.
You recorded?
Yeah.
I was wondering, like, is he either recording or talking to himself?
Well, I'm kind of doing both, yeah. Okay, so what's this? See, again, I can hardly see that. So what I'm going to do is clip level display. I'm going to zoom it up so I can at least see it. Wow, that's cool. Nothing in between. So again, I'm just going to clip off any bits that I don't deem necessary. Let's also just go a bit closer. Oh yeah, press like. That would be great. I don't think I've ever asked anyone to like or subscribe ever. So I didn't really say it then. That was MM that was saying that, not me. Yeah, that's the whole track. It's only in 4 bits, this guy here. So what does he do? Alright, cool. You heading off to work, son?
Yeah.
My son is heading off to work. Boxing Day. Hmm?
Live stream, right?
Yeah. No, it's not. Mm. He's a good boy.
I'll see you later tonight.
All right, love you, Sam. And then there's nothing else after that. So it's just these 4 little chunks. So let's do the same to that last one. What is that? Let's have a look. Oh, that one. Was it on solo? Oops. It was. So let's just go on to track 24. Let's just solo that. So there's various ways. I can press solo here on the thing, like that. So you can see these different pages. It might, this screen here, there's a copy of it at the bottom to make it clearer. I sometimes put an acetate sheet here because this is too bright. The camera doesn't know what to do with it, right? But you can see in the bottom what's happening. So I'm just pressing there's a solo button that I'm pressing there. So I can get to it via that. Or if I'm on that particular track, I could get to it via here just by going solo, like that one here, right? That's that track over there. And I can also, and then I can do it on the screen here if I want to as well. So let's, whoa, but we're not soloed. So let's solo it. All right, so it's got reverb in it, so I will just be careful when I am cutting the end of it so that we don't. Fine, so I just need to make good gaps here. All right, Edna's Disco Machine. Nice to see you. All right, so we've just got those chunks there. So now the thing is starting to take shape. You can at least see bits and pieces. As I said, I don't think I'm going to use the drums chamber. I'm going to add my own reverb. We've got the drum kick in and out. So if we just listen to those. And then we've got our drums overhead, which I'm not a big fan of. So I think we're going to mute those. And then we've got our toms, and then we've got electric guitar, which is sounding like this. Wow. All right. And I don't know if we even pre-panned those, did we? Let's go into our panel. I did. All right. So let's have a little listen to it now with the vocals. And let's listen to the vocals again on the first track, because those were kind of funky. Oops.
If she stays,
Wow.
she's so vain.
That's the only vocals? Right, now we've got vocals on this one here. What was this? This is just background. No vocals on that one. We established that. It is a non-track. So, alright, so if that's the case, let's look at 24 tracks and let's have a little listen. I've not got anything not done any real mixing. I've just been figuring out what the tracks are about. I'm going to continue now having a little listen with the drums.
Keep damn vain. Is this cocaine?
Okay.
Keep damn vain. Is this cocaine?
So that bass has got a nice little thing to it. So what I want to do is make a some bussing going on. So I've got my different pages here, and as you can tell, I've got a dodgy fader here, which I need to look at. But in here, which says live, I'm going to put nothing on here. I'm just going to put my bussing. So I'm going to bus my guitars in. I'm going to bus my stuff in here. So let's just see if I can do that. If I go to this page here, all right, and it might help if I go to this page too. Oh no, how do I do that? Oh, actually, I want to get completely distracted by showing something that if I use the snare drum, right? Let's just do this. Okay, let's see if I can do this. Bonk. All right, we're back on this mode here. Now, you see the center screen here. So I'm just going to add on this one here. I'm going to do a thing. I'm going to add a thing in here in plugins. It's very cool how it works. Is that I can just actually press on the screen when it comes up. So basically, if I go to plugins, I go config and I go add plugin, and it comes up with all plugins. And then, God, there's another advert going on. What the heck is going on here? And then what I can do is I can go through them here and say I'm just going to use the AMEC console right here, right? And then I can just go enter. I guess that's enter. Is it enter there? Oh, and then I'll just go add, bunk, right? And then it should come up with that. Now, this is the cool part, okay? This is why this is really, really cool. Now, I would have to do a couple of things, and I don't know if I can do this. If I go to my, mode here, right? Now you can see Mia. Hopefully it'll go to the other page when you can see it from the top. But the basic thing is that I can use touch here. Oh yeah, great. And I can actually touch on the screen, and then the things actually change at the same time. So I can do it here on the side here. These are all set up to actually do what I need it to do. It's very, very cool, and it'll adjust things on the screen, as you can see. But the cool part is that I can actually adjust stuff whilst touching the screen. Isn't that cool? Now I am actually going to switch it off for just now because I don't need it. But I thought that'd be kind of cool to look at. Anyhow, all right, bonk. Going back to this one right here. Oh, I broke it, didn't I? Well, I certainly did. All right. Okay, there we go. Let's go off of that, just go back to that. All right, cool. I was going to assign my buses, so let's just get that. So on this page here, it's all on the screen here on the left. You can see it's all these live inputs. So the way that you do it is you go to Editor, no, Setup, and then you go to Fader Sets, and I'm going to map the faders. So for here, you see it's actually I don't know if you can see if there's anything flashing on there. But if I go to this one here, you'll be able to see it's flashing here, and I can on here I'll say blank. I just want blank to be on, and as I'm going along, you see that this is emptying out on the left. It's cleaning out, right? And now it's jumped to over here, and now I'm just going to clean out all those ones here. So that's, I've got like a blank canvas, right? Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to take it off of that. Then I'm going to go into my main screen here, and I'll go back to my normal view. And if I go to my bus format, I'm going to add a submix, and it's going to be stereo. Boop. You've got all different types of mixes as well. You can 22.2, there's Dolby Atmos, there's all different types of buses that you can do here. Right? And on this one here, on bus 1, let's just call it keys. Right? And then this one, I'll call it GUIT. Like that. I'm going to color it a different color. Let's say green. Boop. And then this one I will do as a kind of orange. Alright, maybe this will make sense. So now I'm going to map fader sets, right? And I'm going to go into buses, and I've got keys and guitar here. So now I'm going to go into my key here, and on the widescreen, you can see it's there, and I'll say I want keys there, and then it just appears on the screen up there, and then guitar there, and there are those two things there. It's very, very, very handy. So I've got those two, so I can just have those handy dandy right now, keys and guitar, and they're kind of colored the same way, the way that I wanted them to. All right. Okay, cool. So now I want to actually associate those things with those, and there's a couple of ways I can do that. And some of this I'm not familiar with. I'm still learning this desk, and there's a lot of different ways to do this. I think I can do it by going into bus assign, and I can go to I can take on keys. I can say I want Hammond keys. Oh, not drums. I want keys, and those keys, and that's horn, that's bass, and then the Moog, and the Nord, and those, and that's that. That's onto the keys bus, if that makes sense. And then on the main bus, I'm going to switch off my Hammond keys and the Nord and the Yamaha, and it should be a kind of an inverse. There we go. And then I'm going to go into my guitar bus, and I want to grab my electric guitar, my bass. That's it, electric guitar and bass. I don't think there's anything else. And so in main, I want to switch off electric guitar and bass. Boop. Like that. And you know what I need as well? I need a drums one. I need a drums. So let's just close this here. Silly, silly sausage of me. Should have done that. Should have done that first. Bus format. And let's do this. Drums. And we'll make drums red because stranger danger. Oh, that's kind of pink. Red. Alright, cool. Alright. Go back to bus format shenanigans. So I'm going to put keys on that one there. So I'm going to go to Setup, Map Faders. This one, I want to be a bus and I want to be drums. Bonk. Now my drums are right there. On this one right here. Look at that. And then I switch that off. Can exit. So I've got, I haven't done vocals, it's just one track and it's kind of weird, right? But now what I need to do is I need to go back and associate. I'm still getting used to all this. My drums with that thing. So let's go to mix bus assign. And let's go to drums, and let's make sure we have our kick. And I don't want the chamber. Well, I may as well just put them all there, just so they're all organized. Drum snare, tom 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? And then in my main one, I want to take off those so they are not on there. Done. So drums should be inverse of that. Yeah. Drums. No drums. Alright, cool. Then I can close that. Let's see if this even works. You ready? So if I go... Oh, I bet you I know what's not happened here. I need to go into my post mixer. And this sometimes happens. I need to switch it back onto the main mix. All right. There we go. So it allows me to quickly go between these tracks where I've got my I want to actually color that one there because he seems to be on his own there. So let's go into track track clip background color, and let's put it to custom color. Let's make him orange as well, just because I want it to stand out. And I guess that is exactly what I didn't want to do. Is it clip color or track color? Path naming. Maybe it's in there. Let's do it there. I want to see if it does it there. Yeah, it does it there. And now I can see it on the right there. See? Nice and simple to see. All right. So there we go. All right. So we've got our basic building blocks there. We've got our drums sounding nice. And quickly go to those. Right, so straight away, our horn is just a tad on the pokey side there. I'm going to bring him down a wee bit. So what I can do here as well is, because of my extra buttons that I've got, I can immediately, you can't see a close-up of this sadly, but this allows you to do your buses and your sub-buses and auxiliary buses. So I can listen to my main bus here. I've got nothing on any of my other main buses. Right? You've got speaker controls and all that kind of stuff here too. Then I can go to my sub-buses. Wow, more commercials, right? And say keys and the drums, and that's keys only. So I just want to quickly listen to them. It makes it quite easy just to do it that way. And then I just go back to the main bus. And yeah. Let's just listen to the drums a wee bit. Now, I want to add an auxiliary. And on the auxiliary, I'm going to put a little on aux 1. And I'm going to pop that. Do I have space for it somewhere handy? Yeah, I can put it on here. So I'm going to go setup, fader selects, map faders. I want this one. No, that's not right. It's just that's messy. No, it's fine. I just put an auxiliary right there. So I'm going to put one of my auxiliaries right there, auxiliary map, and I'm going to put 1 there. And I'm also going to call it, so I can come out of this. I'm actually going to go into my, oops, bus format. Whoops. Verb. Bonk.
Dance.
So now on that track there, I'm going to pop a little, let's go onto that one there. Where are we? Let's grab a plugin. And let's just pop something like, let's put that in there, add. So let's just go to default, let's leave it on default, ambience is halls. Medium hall, bonk. All right, let's just do that. And let's just listen to our drums.
She's so vain.
And I'm going to send my drum, just going to listen to these guys here. Let's just listen to the snare on this guy. Oh yeah, I want to remove that. Config, delete plugin. Alright, so let's go on to our snare. And let's just say on my snare, I'm just going to start sending stuff to reverb, right there. Oh, you know what I'll need to do? Bonk. Let's have a little listen to, so on the toms as well, if I go back to my main track here, and I think I can do it here, if I go to my auxiliaries, you can see I've got none of them switched on there, but I can immediately just switch on the reverb on those toms, and that guy here, tom 3 and 4, boop, boop. And let's just see what that sounds like here, if I'm just going to listen to those guys. The reason why I'm not using it with the bus is that the bus, for some reason, I've still got to figure this out, isn't giving me my auxiliary, and I can't send that bus to this thingy yet. Haven't figured it out. Okay, that's a really, really wacky reverb, so let's just change that. Rooms. Let's go to where the toms are doing their thing. Oh, I'm not wanting that one. Just want our toms. Toms only. Here with a snare. Okay, that doesn't sound so bad. Let's go back to this. Yeah, I can't solo that, but can I send it? Can I send from the sub? I don't think I can. Let's see if I can. No, I can't. Haha. Huh. Shame. It has got this bus out. Alright, yeah, I don't want to get into that. That'll lead me down a path of badness. Let's just hear those keys on its own there. Hey, I am hearing the reverb. That's interesting. So if I just do that and just do the drums. Snare, the top end of that snare, you tell me, I think it sounds really, really, it's nice, but it's really, really like snary. And I think if I was gonna skip this commercial, I might even, wow, all right. I think that snare is just a tad snappy, if you know what I mean. If we hear those two. So that snare there, it's just on the top end, it seemed like a bit crisply. So let's go into our first little bits of EQs going on here. Let's just take down the top end just a tiny wee bitty. Whoops, wrong thing. I'm on the wrong thing. What the heck am I doing here? Let's go out of that. Let's switch this off. I'm supposed to be on drum snare. I don't really like the sound of that, but this one here is the main one. So let's just make sure that I've got some EQ on it. I'll switch on EQ for that one too, but let's have a little concentrate. I'm just trying different EQs in and out to see if this snare drums can have a little bit more mid-body and a bit less on the top end. Yeah. Taking that on that top end is better. So let's hear that in conjunction with the other one, or on its. Let's hear the other one on its own first. You know what it feels like? That one, it feels like you send that one more to the reverb, right? That's what it feels like. You just, this one you send a bit more. So it's got right? And then this one, you might actually pull back a little bit. Right, so this other one has got the sound. So therefore, I just put a tiny little bit of, add a little bit of, and I'll bring that frequency, bring that frequency down a little bit. Oh, that's too much. So I kind of use that at just the verb, and then and I bring this one in for the other thing. Nice and clean, a little bit less EQ, a bit more middle. Yeah, that's better. And then you add this one in to give you the better. That's good. All right. Let's just hear some bossa nova on that now too. So we're reusing this guy here, or this guy here. Using kick in. One of them we weren't. So let's just listen to both of those guys. Let's go like that, and let's see what we were doing for those ones. It's interesting. Yeah, I remember. This one is a tighter one. And if I want, I think I'll probably just add a tiny little bit of nothing crazy, and then but this one here seems woolly. I don't think it's giving us anything. I'm muting him. I don't think he's giving us anything at all. So now if we're hearing the that, and then I just go to my buses, I only hear my drums. So like those hi-hats, where the hell are those coming in? Those are just noisy, kind of clattery nonsense. Oh, wow. Are we not getting them at all? We don't have... We've got snare, top and bottom. And if we listen to those on their own... Right. Right, where's the hi-hat track? There isn't one. Huh. So, does that mean then, let's go back to this, let's switch everything back on. That's odd. So, am I kind of forced to use the overheads? horrible. They don't sound horrible. They're just overheads. They just don't give us... Oh, wait. Is this where this drums chamber nonsense would sound better? No. Wait. Solo. Solo. No. It's crap. Nothing there. Mute. Alright. So is it the drums overhead I have to use? It is. Alright. Damn it. Okay. And those are just... If I listen to it on its own... I want to just name this track a little bit better. Just OH. All right. Let me just check my bus. Did I send that one to it as well? I did. I did. All right. Weird. Okay, let's just listen to the drums on their own. Very heavy-handed reverb. Okay. Wacky. All right. Just checking if I'm still actually alive. So the only thing that's actually that's separate from that, there's vocals right at the beginning. Here.
Keep champagne. Is this cocaine?
Wow. Well, let's listen to that track, shall we?
Keep champagne.
Yeek. All right. Just bring up the top end a wee bit.
Cheap champagne.
Maybe put in a bit of reverb. Who knows?
Pain. Cheap champagne. Pain. Cocaine. Is this cocaine?
What did I switch off there? What did he say?
Is this cocaine?
Is this cocaine? Is it lost with the thing?
Is this cocaine?
It is. So can I come down a wee bitty then?
Is this cocaine?
See, this is where I think what I'm going to do is just cut out all the other parts here, because I don't want to go heavy on on doing the limiting, but missing the noise. So let's just go to here, and there's just an awful lot of noise in there. He doesn't really say anything else, so let's just switch it off then.
Chief Chef.
Whoops, excuse me. Oops. If I go split clip. Oh. What on earth is going on? Do I have another track underneath this? Right. Okay, this takes us to now track layers. So let's undo that, and let's undo that. I think I might have a oh, whoa. Well, this answers a lot of things. I don't know how, but a bunch of vocals got chucked into other tracks. Huh. All right, so now what we can do is we go, this is clearly user error. So I go to clip takes and I go display layering. You can see now that all the other tracks, if I go to them here, they've all got one track on there. But the top tracks here, Bonk, has got 4 tracks in there. I was wondering where all the other vocals were. All right, this makes total sense. Oh, wow. All right. I was wondering, that's odd. Okay, so there's okay. And I guess if I do this one here, if I go into the second track and just switch off, does that work? Where is it? Takes. No, so it's just on that track there. Huh. And we've also got a bass in there, which I don't know what's doing in there. So there's just a bunch of vocals in here, which I now need to go rescue. So what I might want to do, wow, this is embarrassing. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to sacrifice this track here because it's really doing nothing. I mean, what is it? Right. So I'm going to erase that clip. And then on this one, I'm going to... No, I'm going to have to group them all together. Maybe I'll just throw them somewhere else. But let's just take the bass out at least. So I'm going to go into my takes page, and I'm just going to rotate them around until the bass is out of there. And then I will cut that, and then I will move it down a track to here. Bonk. And then I can now go to my clip display level and bring it down to something normal. And then I guess that'll be bass. Ooh, it is very DI bass. Ooh, great. All right, cool. The bass that came out of the cab is fine. So now what we've got to do is, I'm now going to, that's really funky, because this is a 24-track project. Now I'm just going to add a few more tracks. This is done from a desk. You know, I think it was done analog-wise, 24-track. So let me just go and just add this to say, let's just do 32. Doot doot. Bonk. Now you've got extra tracks down there. And this is where it can come in super, super handy. Because now what I'm going to do is, I'm just going to say, let's name this this track Vocal 2, right? For instance. And then let's go on to the next one, and let's just call that vocal 3, for instance. Actually, maybe I put all the vocals down there. Yeah, that's a good idea, actually. So let's just name that. I'll just change that. 1, enter. 2. I'm not doing this in the most efficient way. Vocal 3, and then vocal 4. Boom. All right. So let's go back up to the top, and let's do this. Let's go 16 tracks. Will that work? Can I do this? I guess I can. All right. So I'm now going to look at that. Let's see what that is. That is vocals 4, 3, and 2. Weird. So let's take that. Let's go 16, and I'm going to go cut, clip, and I'm just going to go wee down to vocals 2, right? And I'll go back up here, and I'm going to go that one, and I will cut that, and I will come all the way down to here and pop it right there. But it's really weird. That's really weird. Why does that say vocals 2? I feel like I want to move that one too. Cut. I want to just make them all nice and organized. And that one says vocals. That says vocals 2. Let's at least move them onto the right track, Blythe. How about that? That says vocals 4. Let's cut that. Pop it down to vocals 4. You like the way it works with 2 hands too? It's so handy. And I go cut clip, and then I go down, and then go down. Boom. No, I've hardly used the mouse at all. Kind of interesting. Alrighty. I might have fucked up here. So what I'm going to do here is, if I go to here, and I go to vocal track 1, I'm going to see if I can import that audio again. Let's just import audio files, and I think vocals 1. There they are, vocals 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just import that. Oh, let's just make sure we're at 0. We are. Are we still live? I believe we are. Oh, hi from South Africa. Your Fairlight series is one of my favorite. Fantastic. When can I expect next video? I'm working on episode 19. There is a lot that goes into all of these videos. Episode 18 took me about almost a year to make, because when I was looking at the video dates, I realized I'd literally started like laying out what episode 18 was going to be a year before, and I did videos in between. I think I only got like 2 videos out this year. It was absolutely crazy. It's been super busy with work, but yeah, episode 19 is coming along, and I think it could be that 20 might be, I don't know, might be the end. But I've got this, how I built this one, and I've got a lot of other projects too. So yeah, Frankie. I don't have my glasses on. Did it say Frankie or Fricky? I can't see because I'm old. All right. Sorry if I'm saying that all wrong. All right. So now I've got these 4 vocals. So now what I'm going to do is down in my buses, I'm going to put all of those vocals into one bus. So let's go like this, bus assign, and let's take those tracks and let's make sub 4. So let's go bus format, sub 4 is vocals, and it's going to be a stereo as well. Bonk. And I want to make vocals blue. Why not? Alright, now I'm going to assign that using this thing. Let's see if I can do this again. If this works. So I'm now on this page here. I'm going to go here. Whoa. Why won't it let me? Oh, because there's nothing on there. Right, fine. So now what I'm going to do is set up map faders, and I want to map vocals to this one. So now what I do is I'm going to map vocals there. Zoink! Now I have vocals there. And I think the other thing I might want to do is just the only other one that's on its own group is the horns, because the keys are on their own thing. So bass and horns could be their own subs. So let's just do those, just to have them all, or I could just, no, let's just do them as subs. Right, fine. So let's get out of this, let's get out of here. Let's switch off display layering, and let's now just go into my bus assign. Oh, and let's just go back to my main screen. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to make another bus, another couple of buses, bus format, and we're going to call, I'm going to add a bus, add sub, and it is going to be stereo, and it's going to be called horns. Horns, whoops. I'm going to add another one, and it's going to be called vocals. No, I've got one called vocals. Bass. Okay, so now I'm just going to go onto my mixer and assign those. So vocals, I'm going to take 1, 2, 3, and 4, because that's all that was there. And off of the main mix, I'm going to take those vocal ones there. And I guess with the horns, I'm going to take the only one that's there, which is horn tenor. And main, I'm going to take that off. And I will be... All right, I'm back. Sorry, I took a little nature break. All right, so on my keys, I've got my Hammond keys there. On my guitar, I've got the 4, the bass. So I'm gonna switch off bass from that, so it has its own thing. I've got the 2 electric guitars. On the drums, I've got all the drums there. Tom 1, 2, 3, and that's it. And there. On my bass, I'm gonna have that bass there, and then I'm gonna rename that track because that's that one there, and then on horns I'm going to have that there. So on my main track I should really have, those should come off, and I think that's, everything should be off by now, because I've got keys here, guitar here, drums there, vocals, those 4 vocals, horns with just one horn, and then my bass one. So let's have a little examination of that bass track too. So let's map this too. Bonk, setup, map faders, and on here I want to map bass, and on here I want to map horns. So I've got horns, bass, vocals, drums, keys, guitar, and I can come out of that now. Whoa, was that clean? Let's see that. So I've got them mapped here. So if you see them here, there you go. Does that make sense? Let's go back to this. Right, so you can see I've got on the left-hand screen here, that's my that's what I've mapped down to 5 on the thingies here. You can see here, if I go to here, I've got 1, it's just my main mix, and then I've got, you can have multiple pages of stuff. This is a 48 track. I'm actually going to change it so it's a 48 track. It's just a bunch of extra tracks I'm not going to use. But then here on the last one, number 5, is where I put my subs. I just have them nice and handy right here. Just makes it nice and simple. So now we can get a real understanding of what we're doing. So let's go back to the main page. Hopefully this will make sense. But let's first of all have a little listen to just the bass. Oh, haha, I didn't map those to, there you go. Right, let's have a little listen at what is that bass track, because we've got bass on this. Let's clear that and let's just listen to the bass, which is, I'm going to name this track too, so let's do this and name track, and this is going to be bass DI hiding inside that other track. Fantastic. And this isn't vocals, so my other bass line, wasn't it somewhere else? Bass. So let's listen to this one. Let's go like that. Let's listen to this person by itself. Not much going on there. Let's just move that guy up to here. Yeah. He's just all by himself down there. He's kind of lonely. So I'm just going to go up here and plonk him. Ah, undo. I meant only to select one track, which is this guy here. Oh, my mistake. So I should have actually done this, see? So now I can see all my tracks. So what I want to do was just go cut that clip and then just go zoink and put him beside him. So now we've got both of our basses here, and let's just also, if we're selecting that track, let's go to my little utilities and we'll call it bass cab. Cab. Bonk. I'm skipping ads along with you people, so I don't know if this makes sense or not. So I've got bass DI and bass cab. Let's have a little listen to those. Yeah, let's have a little listen. What did I fuck up? Oh, that's why, because it's not in the same group. When I moved that track, it didn't move its bus assignment. So let's just go to bus assign, and on bass we have bass cab and then that bass can go away. And then on main, that's already taken care of. Okay, so this one down here, name track, empty. For now, just so we know what it's doing. So now we can concentrate on these two fellows and see what they sound like. Well, it's got way more character. A little bit of the... It's not bad. This has got the nice thickness, and then this has got a bit of the strings and the treble, so I wouldn't mind just bringing it in a little bit here. So if we go down to our thing, we'll... And also, of course, on that first track, on my auxiliaries, I've got bass going through the reverb, which could be interesting. Nah, no reverb on the bass. So if we're just hearing it like this, so now it's time to do the vocals. Holy moly, this vocal shenanigans is very interesting. Let's check to see if they're all piped in and good. Oh, this is something that's really cool. So what I'm going to do is, if I go to this track here, I've got all that stuff. So what I've got here is track, just a bunch of stuff. So what I want to do on this one, on this page here, is I want to, on this page here, you can see I've got my toms, some, my Hammond stuff, and my reverb and my keys. On the second page, I can clean this out. So let's just go to Setup, Fader, let's map faders, and let's just put some blank space here. Right? And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to here and have vocals. I'm going to go to my tracks, vocal 1, 2, 3, and 4. Right? And then that is that. And then now I can just have them all here, all in their own little shenanigans. So on page 1, I've got that. Page 2, I've got my little vocals here. Page 5, I've got all my stuff. And then I'm just going to make sure that if I go to my vocals, are they going to... I'll switch on the reverbs just in case. And let's have a little look at where the buses are going. I think... Can I do that here if I go into path? Does it show me? Ah. This is something I've got to learn, clearly. So let's just go to each of them. It's going to bus, it's not going to the main bus, so I can just check on all of those. It's going to the, right, so it's going to the bus, it's not going to the main thing. So I can listen to this nicely. So if I go here, and I have my vocals on, I should just be hearing vocals right now. Oh.
For a while, I pull the brakes on the streets of nobody.
Okay, that's a lot of stuff in the background there. Let's listen to those vocals and let's see what each of them are doing. Let's go down to vocals, vocals 1, and let's just zoom in on those 4 tracks. Can I do this? No, I can't. There they are there. So vocals 1, I was right. Oh, I'm going to just check something. If I go takes, no, there's only one. And if I go put display layering on, there's only one layer on each one. Display layering is kind of like comping in Logic. It's great, actually. I really like the way it works here. All right, on the first track, it's nothing, as we identified before. So you know what's going to happen to 1? On the auxiliaries, oh, we're hearing what's going on. So I could do this. Let's just try something here.
It's not gonna be a...
If I go auxiliary buses, sub-buses, 5.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill. It's cocaine. Oh, teeth, that's so good.
Wow, okay, there's a lot of stuff bleeding in the background there. And that's fine. That's our job. But on vocals 1, there's nothing. There's nothing there to be had. There's no vocals. So vocals 1 should be muted and off. So we've basically got 3 vocal tracks to use here. And let's figure out what these are all about.
This night could be a little better. It feels like cheap champagne.
Right, first of all, it's going to pan one of them left and one of them right. So give it a bit of separation.
When I cheap champagne.
Lots of puss going on there. So let's have a listen just to this fellow here.
When I cheap champagne.
Wow.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill.
I feel like I already need to use a plugin on this one to take care of this. I was wanting to just use the built-in plugins, but this one seems like it really needs it. So let's just try it. All right, let's go to Mixer, Plugins, Config, Add Plugin, and let's go to Plosive Remover. Oh, add.
Is this cocaine? Feels like a sleeping pill. When I cheap champagne.
There you go.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a sleeping pill.
All right, you can see what it's doing. It's a lot. The ERA stuff is just amazing. The sound, you know, the noise stuff on it is just amazing. So this microphone straight away sounds kind of muffled. Let's have a look at the channel on this, and we just got lots of.
Could be a little better.
I know we've got drums and everything in the background there. It's maybe isn't going to help by cutting out all that. It just seems really, really noisy. I'm not gone to the part of adding compressor or anything like that. I'm not there yet. I want to just make sure everything is kind of clean, and then we can start bring them up. And we might even do it in this video. Who knows? But let's have a little listen.
This night could be a little better. It feels like it's not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a sleeping pill.
All right. Let's now look at our EQ on this one. Oh, no, vocal 2. It sounds really muffled.
Party's not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, been drinking. I think I should open up the door.
It's got a really funny mic sound. It sounds like a really...
Alright.
I know this is from the Telefunken series and all that.
Not my car, but I'll take a ride.
I'm just going to switch off everything.
Not my car, but I'll take a ride. Started up with the keys inside.
What I'm hearing is that this has got something on it already. Whoops. This has got something on it already. Because... Oops. Oh. What did I just do? Ah, fine. This has got something on it already, I feel. Because if you hear that, and even with
just for
when the person is singing, the high end of the kick drum, tick tick, is coming.
Not my car, but I'll take a ride.
Is really coming through. So it makes me think that something else has been going on here. Somebody's been.
Started up with the keys inside.
You hear that kick and get the bass drum is this. It's the top end. It's like that kind of coming through.
Started up with the keys inside. Just for a while, I pull the brakes on the streets so nobody sees. How do you turn these headlights on? Really like this, I should get one of these, so I could take my own joyride. One of these, so I could take my own joyride. This night just got a little better. Street signs telling me whatever.
All right. Let's hear the next one.
If she stayed.
Okay. What are you doing, falsetto person there? Alright, so we've got a lot of noise in the background on this one too. First of all, let's hear vocal 2. I can go back to path. What have I got in my auxiliaries? Reverb, post fader. Is it just because I've got nothing else switched on? Or if I do this, but I still have this set to solo.
So I could take my own joy ride. Really like.
How come there's no reverb? Did I lose my reverb?
Like this, I should do one of these. So I could take my own joy ride.
That's weird. Alright. Let's figure out what's going on with this. This one, vocal 2, is on 4. Okay, I don't know. I'm doing something wrong here. My reverb's going. If I go here, now here, I can see it's sent here. See there? It says reverb, post fader. My fader is there. That is very odd.
Really like this, I should do one of these. So I could take my own joy ride.
Alright, let's just figure out this the gate on this guy too. So we're going to go into the second track here. I'm going to listen to this one only. That's vocal 3.
Turn these headlights on. I could take my own.
Wow, messy.
I could take my own.
So hold it a little bit. Oh, by the way, one of the things that's kind of cool, and there's this blue key thing which is ace. So if I've got something on, let's say I'm looking at something on this page here, right? And let's say I mess these all up, right? So you can see me messing these all up. And if I go back to this screen here, I can show it in a second. If I hold down the blue key, or even here, and touch on any of them, they reset back to the default positions. So I can even do it with any of these tracks here. If I'm here, and let's remember that these are down here, but if I just press on them, they'll all, oops, oh, some of them are switched off. But like this one doesn't have a track on it, so it won't. But basically that's what the blue key does. It tells it to reset back to its position. So what's really cool about it is that I can hold down the blue key over here, and if I just pad my fingers over there, it becomes really, really simple just to reset everything. It's super, super handy. You know what? There's other camera angles going on here. There's that one, which is very handy. And there's also this one. Hello! Look at that. Anyway. Alright. So if I go back to this, and then just go back to this, we should be good. Alright. So anyhow, let's try and tidy up this one a little bit. Page 2. We're on solo on the vocal 3.
Up with the kids inside.
Yeah, it's like I can't really use the limiter so harsh on that, because it has to kind of hang on for quite a while, and then it has to release quite a long time too, because otherwise...
Up with the kids inside.
Nah, it's gonna have to be longer than that.
Up with the kids inside. Turn these headlights on. I could take my own.
Okay, let's just cut out some of this because it's just noise in between. Editor, erase. Click it.
Take my own.
Let's just. Okay, so come over here. Bonk.
Turn left.
And even do a little fade. How about that?
Turn these headlights on.
Wow. Yeah,
So-
none of this is helping. So let's just like if I went there, okay, and then let's just cut this out. Does it harsh?
Lights on.
Yeah, it is. So let's just do a little fade here. Maybe it'll work.
What's lights on? Turn these headlights on.
What I could also do is go to one of my presets here, or actually just bring this down like that, and let's just say I want it to do that, and it'll do a.
What's lights on?
Right, now what I can probably do is, if I go here and just extend the trim a little bit to be there.
What's lights on?
There you go, and now it's more natural sounding. And then see what this does.
I could take my own.
Whoops. Guess I could just do that. Same, I'm gonna do a little fade there. Just
Take my own.
it's better. Or it's different. Let's put it that way.
What's lights on? I could take my own. I put e-brakes on the streets, hope nobody sees.
Alrighty. Think there's a little gap in there of some nonsense too. Take that out there. And then we'll just take that out there. There's nothing at the end. Whoa. That's some major... We'll listen to this by itself. Let's hear both of them.
One of these, so I could take my own short ride.
Okay. And there's one more to go. Is there? The vocals on that one was kind of really... Let's just solo that and let's listen to this person by itself. Again, it's really, really low, so let's just bring the clip level for the display up so I can see what I'm doing. Not that one, but this one. All right.
Cheap fish.
Is that singing? Nope. All right. A lot of background noise. Is there anything to cut from here? May as well just cut that out.
She's
Same for this one here. Just do the same there. Cut that out there. Again, notice I'm doing a lot of this two-handed. It's really much nicer to do it with both hands. So same with that there. Bonk, bonk. Vocal 4, let's go to this one here. And I think... Is there any other vocals at all? No, it's just background noise. Alright, fine, just loads of background noise. So what we can also do is, let's erase that. So there's only real, this other vocalist just didn't want to sing, clearly. Because there's nothing at this beginning part here. Let's have a little listen to vocals, vocals 3. Vocals 3 was not feeling the love to bother singing in that part there. But I do have a little clip on it. Let's switch off that so we can hear it. It's just a lot. It's just a lot of, like, no singing, and then there's this bit here. So they really come in, and I love this part. Look at this. Alright, I'll stop messing around. So I'm going to split that clip there. And then I can just delete that. And then, it's really weird. That's it. So at the beginning of this, if I go to vocal 2, and I'm listening to vocal 2 here, let's listen to them all. I can just fade them in and out here. But if I'm listening to that, there's nothing. And I've just got the, I didn't have the gate on that one, and I've got the gate on this one. And it's just, I'm having to, you know, really satisfy a lot. Oh. Whoa, okay, that's loud. Sorry about that. So that's all just nonsense. I can just get rid of that. But you just, you know, it's difficult because when you're dealing with something like that, you've got a lot of background noise, and when it kicks in, you get this weird, you know, noise that you hear you hear like an amplitude of snare drum and background ground going there. But let's see, maybe it's all undoable, of course, but it's just this big gap of no vocals. It's like a very interestingly balanced song. Oops. Let's do that. All right. So all of that is just nonsense in there. Just noise. Yep. Cut. Let's go at the end. What? Is there anything really there?
short ride.
Well, we can just fade that because it's just noise. So if I did that, cut that, and then just did a big old fade there. Fade, fade tail. 2 buttons.
I could take my own short ride.
Alright, fine. Now, what's weird about that is there's only one vocalist at the end. You think you'd have some harmony going on. So if you look at the actual, if I go to a few more tracks and just say to, let's go to 8 tracks there. So out of the four vocalists, vocal tracks, we've got 3 tracks. And then there's a big gap in the middle, big instrumental shenanigans going on there. But this 4th vocalist should have been paid less than the other ones because they didn't really contribute that much to the singing department. So let's have a little listen on that, what this is all about. We tidied up some of the audio on the first one, I believe. If we look at the EQ, we've got a bit of EQ there.
It's not gonna be a winner.
And then we've got this person here. No EQ yet.
Cheap champagne.
Tons of plosives. So if we're going to go on vocal 3, I think we need to add the same plugin. So let's go to Mixer, Plugins, Configure, Add Plugin, and I go Plosive Remover, add that, and I found I just need to put it up just a scotch, and then I can close it. And then all I did on the EQ side of things, let's switch on all the EQ so we can at least see what we're going to be doing there. And I just put a little bit of
Champagne.
It seems just literally just basic, like a muffly.
Champagne.
All right. I'm not touching it much. There's no. It's falsetto. It's not even like. You know, I don't. Well, I could do a lot more, of course. But all right, moving on. Let's listen to vocal 4. What does it have going on?
Cheap champagne.
So, same thing. I'll just bring up the highs just a tad.
Cheap champagne.
Bring the frequency down a wee totty bit. Just brighten.
Cheap champagne.
Just brightening up a little bit before I do anything. All right. So what we've got here is that one's panned that way. That one's back. Vocal 2 is the main vocal, and it's kind of smack bang in the middle. So now we've got that. Vocal 1 is nothing, and so we've got
cheap champagne.
All right.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a sleeping pill.
So let's just make sure I've got on the channels. Do I have the limiter? Oh, you can go away. I don't have a limiter on this one, so let's just switch that on just so it's fair and all that.
Cocaine. Is this cocaine?
But you know what? It's just I've got it doesn't need that because I chopped it all up. Right, so the next one is this one here. So if I really wanted to, I could bring this down. I mean, it's way down there, right? And then, or I could go to this one here, vocal 2. What do we have?
Feels like a sleeping pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I...
All right, so we can clear that, and let's just bias them to about there.
This cocaine feels like a sleeping pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before.
All right, cool. So let's go back and listen to everything together. And let's just look at it with more channels than we need to. Let's go back to the beginning. Zoom out. No, let's go back to when the vocal come in.
This night.
Whoa, what's going on? Let me just check my post. Oh, because I'm listening to a sub. Right, there we go. So now we should be able to hear everything. Oh, you know what we should also do now too? Is that if I go back down to here and just want to listen, if I'm just going to mute all these guys now, and I just want to listen to the vocals, or I come over here, and let's just hear what I did with the reverb. I think it'll probably be very heavy-handed. So, in fact, let's just kill. I'm just going to do this. This is cleaner, and I can, and then I know, right? So I've just got vocals up there. Bonk.
Could be a little better. It feels.
So this that preemptive on the I want to change that the reverb, but let's just have a listen to see how much is actually in there.
cheap champagne.
So let's just pop a bit of reverb on those two people. And let's just
Cheap champagne. Cheap champagne.
I'm gonna have to compress these buggers, of course, because right now they're sounding a bit weak.
Cheap champagne. Tastes like.
All right, interesting. Okay. Alrighty. Jackie Banner. Hey! How you doing there from Toronto, Canada land? Nice to hear you, or I hear you in your head, in my head. A happy day after Boxing Day. No, it is Boxing Day.
This night could be a little better. Feels like it's not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest one. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties, not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should. It's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car gonna take a ride. Started out with the keys inside. Just for a while. I pull the brakes on the streets so nobody sees. I'll do you turn.
Haha. All right. Oh, there's Jackie back. Rick's making me watch. He's forcing you to watch. Oh, I see. I see. You're being forced against your own will to watch. That's fine. I understand. Whoa. Can James says, well, almost like my S5 Fusion console. Really now? Whoa. Okay, gotta change that reverb. That reverb is disgusting. Let's make it being some large room, but it doesn't sound like a large room. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just pop vocals through right now. So let's just I can't solo buses. Okay, so let's just mute these people here. Boop. And let's just listen to some vocals.
Feels like a secret pill. Parties, not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should. It's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car gonna take a ride. Started up with the
Let's listen to Dark Room.
keys inside. Just for a while. I pull the brakes on the street so nobody sees. I'll do you turn.
Let's just go on to horn trail vocal. Let's go to that one. I think this one here, the long haul, is actually all right.
These headlights on.
Whoa.
Really like this, I should get one of these. So I could take my own choice ride.
Oh, Can James. More like video game here. Use this in production work. Yes. I've used this. I used this for my daughter's newest album, EP. She's called Tihane, with 3 underscores underneath. Tihane. We did her EP here, and we also did just a more recent thing. We recorded a bunch of the. She recorded all the musicians in Kenya because we used to live there, and then when we moved back here, it was like, hey, let's finish off this thing. So we added vocals, and then it got remixed and the whole thing. It's all good. It's great. I also did some add-ons for a movie called Tetris for one of the tracks that Lauren Balfe asked me to work on. and he gave me a basic kind of structure, and I added some crap on and made some bits that were I liked, and they seemed to like it because it's in the movie. But is this my normal daytime job? It's not every day. I do visual effects more. I'm a creative director and visual effects supervisor. So, but have I composed music for commercials? Yes, I've done commercials that I've written and directed, and I've done music for those too. All right, let's have a listen to that vocal now. Oops. Still not so sure about that plate delay.
Nah, cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine?
That's better.
Feels like a sleeping pill.
So let's have a listen to the drums on their own.
Open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started up with the keys inside. Just for a while, I pull the brakes on the streets so nobody sees. I'll do you turn these headlights on.
So the vocals are. I need to level out those vocals. Oh, DaVinci integrated. Yeah. Here's the thing with DaVinci. I saw this coming in like 2008. I was working at a company where we were integrating. We had DaVinci 2K, which was their film-based thing, and then we had DaVinci 2K, and then this upstart called Resolve came along, and which could be networked, and you could send it files over the network, and it had a lot of stuff stripped out. It was like this upstart, made by the same company, but by a different team, I believe. And we started using it way early on, but then we realized we could synchronize like these 24-track machines for doing sound effects, and then that was Fairlight MFX back then. So we were synchronizing these things way back in the mid 2000s. And I said, "Oh my goodness! I think when they started when they bought DaVinci, Blackmagic, and then they started bringing cameras out, and then started adding color. Well, they had the color correction, they put it in there. I said, "Oh, they're going to buy Fairlight." Everyone's like, "No, you're crazy. You've got this fascination with Fairlight." Sure enough, they bought Fairlight. The way that it's working now with everything to do with post, it's really changing a lot of things, and it's very, very, very interesting how it's becoming much more of a platform. So this particular system, I can't like send something from Resolve down to it in the same way that you can go between tabs, but I can export a session out from this, and then I can export from this back into new Resolve. They've even just added a bit for sending projects directly out of this, so you can do that, but it's not like going between the tabs. If this was a Blackmagic Fairlight console, yes, you could, and it's all sorts of amazing stuff going on there, and the integration is only going to get better and better. So it's very, very exciting stuff. All right, where are we with this? I think the vocals are being trounced a bit, and they're really difficult to hear, and they're getting kind of muffly. So if you hear them in here,
Not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties, not so good. You know what I'm thinking?
something's up with this fader. Stop being bad.
That I've never done before. Don't.
Teamwork flow. Yes, it is. Yeah. Yeah, I would say, like right now, I can be here in Los Angeles and say, oh, I need something done, and I can send it to somebody in any country, and they can get it within a few minutes, work on it, and then send it back to me, and it just appears on my timeline. And right now, a lot of the situations that are making it more complex is keeping within the framework of the union, so that people aren't getting abused and people are done the right, people are things are set up properly. But the way that you can instantly send something abroad is kind of dangerous at the same time. I always feel like visual effects coming in from other countries should be like taxed or something, just like buying a car. But we're in a very strange world. But does the integration make it super easy? Absolutely, it's amazing. But I think that this desk, even though this desk is a few years older, it is just, in the way that it works, it's just incredible. You've got a lot of stuff that's really interesting. Anyway, all right, let's listen to these vocals. I think they'll need some compression. We'll start pulling things up like that.
Oh no, if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started up with the keys inside. Just for a while, I pull the brakes on.
So let's just solo that. Let's just have a listen to that vocal on its own. It needs to be maintained a little bit, and so that the EQs are going to work nicely. It's kind of popping in and out. So I'm just going to use the compressor just to remove the plosives and also just to flatten everything out a bit.
On the streets so nobody sees. After you turn these headlights on. Really like this, I should get one of these, so I could take my own joyride. Could be a little better. It feels like it's not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car, but I'll take a ride. Started up with the keys inside.
Now, if you see on that screen there, I've got the EQ taking out the plosives before it gets to the dynamics, and I'm going to leave it that way, but I could have it the other way around. I've had it sometimes that it's better to have certain ones after. I can place the effects after. For some of the noise reduction stuff, you want it right at the beginning so it can listen to the original stuff before any gating and all that kind of stuff. You never want to have gating and then have your noise reduction stuff after your gating, or else it gets all kind of wonky. It doesn't know what to listen to actually listen to gating, or noise reduction, I should say. But this mic just sounds a little meh, and I feel like it might. I never like looking at these shapes. Like this looks like I'm having to add too much, but otherwise it just sounds.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill.
Oh.
Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before.
No.
Don't know if I should, it's okay, been drinking.
All right. Oh, Can Jams, it says. I think I was reading Can James. Cam James. I made you Scottish. Hey, Cam James. Maybe you are Scottish, I don't know. All right. Let's have a listen to vocal 3. All right, Cam James.
Cheap champagne. Is this cocaine?
Let's just listen to. Let's mute these guys and let's just listen to vocals. So I think again, same with this. I'm going to use this to I just want to flatten out the audio a bit because he's kind of coming in and out.
Cheap champagne. Is this cocaine? Parties, not some good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should. It's a.
All right, that's better. Okay, let's listen to. Mute. Let's listen to the very slight and hardly hearing can jam. All I do is. Oh, you do jam songs. Oh, right. I'll have to check it out.
Cheap champagne.
Is it cheap champagne?
Cheap champagne.
Let's just bring that down and flatten you out and bring you up with some makeup.
Cheap champagne.
It is compressed like hell.
Is this cocaine?
But it'll be better as an accompaniment because it'll be flatter. So if we do this, I can probably bring them down a bit now.
Cheap champagne. Tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a sleeping pill. Parties, not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before.
Okay, going to the end.
If she stays. If she stays.
Wow, so much.
She stays.
Is it this?
Stays.
Right, so vocals 4. It's got something awful going on there. I just want to crunch all that out of there. Are we at vocals 4? That breath. Yeah. So on 4, I'm going to trim that. Maybe a bit more. Hang on. And I'm going to fade that. Better. Way better.
She's so vain.
A wee fade there too.
Vain.
Better. Yeah, that was. There's just weirdness in there. Okay, 24 tracks. Any other weirdness going on? Let's just listen.
Cheap champagne. Is this cocaine?
There's a breath in there still.
Cocaine. Is this cocaine?
Okay, all right. I'll give it a bit more at the end.
Cocaine.
Better. Are you happy now? Is that better? All right.
Is this cocaine? Is this?
Okay, what's that one? Is that vocal 3 I'm hearing there? Big breath.
Is this?
Yeah, I would say it is cocaine. Oh yeah, deep breath. Yeah. So what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to use less plugins straight away. I want to just see if I can cut around and do some normal stuff first before going on that. And also, I don't have waves on this machine. I have it in my setup in Nairobi. So, and it's been a while since I've updated them and blah, 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 and I talk about lazy. I can't even be, I'm too lazy to get the plugins to make my life easier. So, what does that say? Okay, let's see if this makes it a bit better. But yeah, I agree. Waves, deep breath a bit. I do have a deep breath in. Hang on. I mean, listen to that. Hang on. I mean, it just sounds so weird. Let's see if we can. What does it even say here?
Is this cocaine?
I mean, it's broken.
Is this cocaine?
Wow, it's kind of wacky. Versatile. Okay, let's use one of the ERA ones. Okay. Right, so let's do this. I'll go back there. I'll extend this part, right? Just by going to this, and I'll just leave that bad breath in there, and I'll put the fade back in. I'll just take the fade out, right? So you can hear.
Is this cocaine?
Hear that breath in there, right? So let's just see if we can do it to here. So this is track. This is vocal. Are we talking about vocal 3? Oops, what did I do there? Oh, I did a fade in there too, that's why.
Cheap champagne.
So is this cocaine? Is it right here?
Is this cocaine?
Right, that big breath there. All right, fine. We all heard that. Let's go to mixer, plugins. It's already got plosive remover on there. Let's have another look. Is there a breath remover on this? Voice leveler, noise remover, mouth declicker, mouth de-esser, de-breath. Whoa. Let's do that. Huh. All right. Let's add bonk. And let's also look at the next one. Let's take off plosive. I'm just going to bypass it for now, right? Just so it's switched off. And we're going to go into de-breath, right? Let's see what this sounds like.
Is this cocaine?
I know. It didn't defunk that.
Is this
You can see it's trying it. You can see it's doing something there.
cheap champagne?
So that now if I go next and I unbypass my plosive, will it be able to do both?
Cheap champagne.
Fix the P, great on the plosives.
Is this cocaine?
It did do a better job.
Is this
No, it's still there. It's horrible. All right. So what I'm having to do is my zoom button stopped working? It has. All right. Okay, you have to go. Wait, bonk.
cocaine?
Oh, hi, Coconut. My dog is here.
Is this
Yeah, that seems really, really bad. I don't think I can have that like that. So let's just go back in, and I'm just gonna. All of that is just horrible noise.
Is this
It's weird. It's got like a lot of. It's got like grittiness in it. It's almost like the plosive. If I went back to this and I bypassed them both. Next, bypass them both. Is that grittiness still in there?
Is this
You know what it is? 12-bit encoding. Yeah, difficult to tell. Sounds like 8-bit. I said there were 48 or 44, 24-bit. But there's something about that sounds like I feel that there's been processing on this already. I don't think these are the raw tracks, because this sounds processed. Have you heard this bit here?
Is this?
Yeah, yeah. There's breath in there. There's definitely weirdness in there. So I'm going to just. Oh, my machine's being a bit funny. I don't know what's going on, but it's being funny.
Okay.
So, let me go in and I want to just try something. So let's delete that plugin and let's delete that plugin.
Is this cool?
You can hear it. It's still there. It's still as bad. All right. Let's just hear what it sounds like, but with all of them together then.
Cocaine. Is this cocaine?
Okay, my machine is definitely acting up a little bit here because my jog wheel isn't working. Oh, you know why? Exit. User error. Oh man. All right. So let's come over here.
This. Is this?
Wow. What I wanted, I really just want to trim the end of that, this, and put a fade on that.
Is this?
Like, is that enough? But it sounds like it's got. Brrr. Is that this? Hey! Look at that. 100 Things I Do. Sir Michael from Australia has just come on. Fantastic. That is more like it, my dear fellow. Nice to see you. I'm messing around with plugins here because we've got some
Is this
weirdness going on here.
cocaine?
But what I'm going to do is I'm going to add those. I want to go back in and, you know what? I don't think we're gaining anything.
Is this cocaine?
Well, yeah, we definitely are. All right. So if I go back in here, and let's add that plugin back in. Let's add the deep breath. Didn't seem to do that much, but definitely the plosive remover definitely did. So let's do that. And I had it on this and up a little bit higher. And if we listen to that on its own, yeah, definitely doing its job.
Is this cocaine?
First ever live stream of Fairlight in history. I actually think so. The weird thing is about Fairlight, about Blackmagic, is that I've not hardly seen any videos of them using this console. Even if the thumbnails show this console, it's somebody with the mouse clicking around, which is great and all, because a lot of people are going to be using the mouse base, but they've got these fantastic editors. This unit here is absolutely amazing. Now, I can doing to each of these things and going across makes my life a lot easier for sure, but I can do a lot of it here. I can, like for instance, if I go to this one here, and if I'm wanting to go and change tracks, I can do that. That's easy peasy, right? And I can go back and I can check any of my tracks, what I want to do, fantastic. And because I'm on the plugins page, any plugins that I'm using on those pages will come up. But if I click away from it, I can do that. So I can do that here. I can also do it here, or I can do it here. This has got my macros, which I haven't got much going on here, and you can't see, but these are little colored screens, similar to down here. But I've got stuff programmed in here that will just do stuff easier than going in here. But it doesn't take away from it that. And then this over here, this is the automation area. This is for doing all your automation. It's really handy just to say, I only want to record levels. I only want to, and you can just go over here quickly. You can do it from in here. Same for all of this monitor stuff. All of my monitors, I can put different speakers on here, check my phase inversion with all this kind of stuff. Even my talkback, if I've got different studios I'm going to here. But if I wanted to, I've got it all here. I can go into my monitor phase here and all this kind of stuff. So, and if I go back to this page here, you'll be able to see that. Bonk. Well, actually, yeah, I guess you can see it a little bit there. So you can do a lot of it in here. And I really am amazed that there aren't enough more stuff. There's not enough videos that show off the benefits of this. Hello, my goodly wife Tilo Ma in the background, who's come back from walking the dog. Pucky Lukes. I got one for Christmas. Oh wow, you got one of these for Christmas? You got one of these console? I think it's called the Fairlight Audio Editor for Christmas. If you got one of those for Christmas, that's fantastic. Even if you got Resolve, like the full studio license, that's fantastic too. All right, so here we go. We've got those. I'm going to do a save. Let's just see where we're at.
Is this cocaine?
Weirdness. No, the BM. Oh, did you get the Blackmagic editor with the faders and then a little bit of this at the right hand side? Or did you get this one? Oh, I think you just said yeah. Tell me. Well, I'll keep on going anyway. Let me go back to view meters. The console editor and a console fader. Oh, right. That's great. Though, I mean, the Blackmagic hardware, this is great hardware, right? But the Blackmagic hardware is really, really nicely made. It's really nicely done. So yeah, I think it's absolutely wonderful. It's really funny, my wife's in the background here. Hang on. And if I switch off that, how do I do that? There. She's being very quiet in the background over here. She's ducking down. Anyhow. Alright, how do I go back to what I was doing? There we go. Blue Water Systems. Hi, Chris. What are you using it? What we're using I/O. All right. So what I've got now, I can't. If I go into this screen over here, this one, you can see if I move my I've got a Blackmagic thing, and I think I've got over on this side I've got a freestanding console, and on here I've got a thing called an SX48, which is made by Fairlight, and you can attach, I think, oh, I don't know, 100 of them, and they'll get different IP addresses. So I'm using that as my I/O, and that gives me 48 ins or outs, or a mixture of digital and an analog in and out. And it's fantastic. So I'm still putting this all together. So I've got my D25 cables coming to that there, and that's going to give me my tie-ins into that area there, if that makes sense. I should actually look at the camera that I'm talking to, shouldn't I? So yeah, and then and I've got various. I've got a patch bay over there, and I've got a nice a final little digital to analog converter, which there you can see there. If I move this in here a bit, yeah, that's this over here. Down there, the AD122 gold, very very nice. Anyhow, that's where the rest of my I/O is going to go in there, and the rest is in this rack here, but I can't really show you it from this angle. You turned your kitchen. I turned my eat-in kitchen into a setup. It's like you're on good. It's good that everyone's doing audio things over their holidays. All right, so we've been listening to these really horrible. Well, no, not horrible. I think these people might not be able to have monitors, or it was just very loud, or it was difficult to tell. So, but let's have a little listen.
Is this cocaine?
Sounds much better now. So now that we're listening to that and we're on this, I can now bring back in everything else and switch off all my mutes. And let's have a little listen here.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking?
Tell you something else I really like about this is the timeline that stays still with everything else going underneath it. It makes me, instead of thinking of things over there and over there, it's I can kind of keep focused. I've got a very oh, I'm still in the wrong camera forever. There we go. This movement underneath here, I think is really, really, it makes my life think about rolling everything like this and then my mind keeping in the middle. Whereas, goodbye, my dear. Otherwise, when I'm working on Logic, my brain tends to think of like the end of the song over there and the beginning of the song over there, and I kind of get lost. Whereas the way that this works with it rolling underneath, There's something about it keeps me really focused. There's something about the way the colors of the lights are, the way that these aren't too contrasty. Even the color of the console itself in comparison to the screen and the contrast ratio of the screens, it's almost like somebody thought it out really well. And I would really say that the guys in Australia that designed this, and I think Steve Rance installed this machine when it came across to the States. It is a testament to their engineering that somebody like Blackmagic would want to buy them because they see the quality of the thought that goes into the products that they make. All right, where are we at?
Just get a little better. Street signs telling me whatever. If she stayed, maybe I could still. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car, I'll take a ride. Started off with the and just for telling me whatever. If she stayed, maybe I could still. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. So vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car, I'll take a ride.
Right, so now we're getting to the stage that I feel like we need to start automating stuff, because these vocals get a little bit, they're a little bit low there, and then earlier on at this part here they're like super high.
Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before.
Or maybe I just need to mix them better in the first place.
Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car, I'll take a ride.
See, I think that needs to come down there. So let's just show you really quickly some automation and how it works. And now what I can do, if I go back, I need to make a new type of screen here, because I need to make one that shows the center, this center screen, whoops, that center screen on the top here. And I think I can do that. If I do, and I go 1, and then I switch that on. Look at that! Hey! By George, I think I've got it. That's like a new setup. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I switch on the mix here, like this, and then I tell it what I want to do. I want to do levels. And I'm going to say that I want to do it on particular tracks, and I'm going to do it on vocal, it'll be vocal 3. And let's just say we're going to do that. Now, what I can also do to make it a bit easier is if I put my smart plane automation curves, I can say, you know, display. But there's nothing to display right now, but it will do. So if I go back to this bit, this is just an example, of course. So if I go back here.
If she stayed, maybe I could still. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I sure it's okay if I'm drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take.
See that's way too loud, this guy here. So if now I just basically go in here, and you'll be able to see how it works. Vocal 3, I'm going to go on auto. So he's fine here, right? But I'm more concerned about this part. So I'll just go auto. Now it's letting me know. And also, if you see on the screen here, it's red. And it tells me that it's now in automation mode. So now what I can do is this. I'll just play this a little bit, and it'll give you an understanding of what I'm doing.
Now my car will take a ride. Started off with the keys inside, and just for a while I pull it.
Now, so now if I go display and I go to whoops, vocal 3. So now, if I just go to that track now, let me just do something like this. Now you can see the fader levels for that little bit there. Very, very simple. And the more tracks, instead of putting automation on everything, only the tracks that you want to have automation, you know? And also, if I, for instance, wanted that to pan or do something different, it's the same thing. These guys on the screen here turn red when they're recording, and blue when they're enabled, and green when they're playing back. Kind of like Logic does, but I think it does it in a much cleaner way. So there you have it.
Don't know if I should, it's okay if I'm drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started off with the keys inside, and just for so nobody sees. After you turn these headlights on, really like this house with one of these, so I could take my own.
Even that there, right, way too loud. So let's just switch on automation.
Really like this house with one of these, so I could take my own short ride.
Now, oops, something I do need to do. Now, what actually, I'm going to undo that. Right? Now, why I want to do that is I can do this thing that where basically you can say on stop, you can return or go to the next event. And that's on the automation. Or you can hold it that place there. You can also make it that it only does it when you're touching it too. But we're not going to do that right now. But I can put auto enable on, and then also I'm going to go return. So basically, when I stop, it's going to return to where it was. So I'm here, and everything's fine, and I'm going on.
These headlights on. Really like this house with one of these, so I could take my own short ride.
And then boom, it goes back to where it came from. You can see on that little level there. Handy dandy. All right, so we're getting there. Alexa, stop. My Alexa started playing Christmas carols in the background. All right, that's not good. You don't want the Christmas carols in the background of this. All right, so let's do this. Now I've got all these. All right, that's fine. So now what you can also see down there is you can see that I can automate the buses if I want to. I've got bus automation down there too. So now it's getting to the stage of, I still think we need to go through the vocals and start picking up a little bit more stuff here and there. Let's have a little listen. There might be more things to do.
Little better. It feels like it's not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne.
Bang on.
Tastes like the cheapest thrill. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before.
I think that needs to come down a bit. So I'm on six. See the way it says it's showing 24 channels right now. If I just go 16 or 8, it brings it up a little bit more so I can see what I'm doing. And it's very, very, very handy. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm just going to, for that line there.
Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that
That seems just a tad high. So let's just do this.
feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? something that I never done before.
I actually think it needs to be down all the way.
These not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door.
All right.
Now my car will take a ride.
That needs to come down a bit.
Now my car will take a ride. Started up with the keys inside. Just for a while. I pull the brakes on the street so nobody sees. After you turn these headlights on. Really like this life you wanna be. So I could take my own joyride.
So now, I know I've still got to work on the vocals, but my brain is now saying I need to start automating the guitars and stuff.
Than me whatever.
For that gap in there.
If she stayed, maybe I could still. But she's so vain, egocentric. But she's so vain, egocentric. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door.
Don't know about that part.
Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door.
I think it's competing a little bit. So let's just go in there for a second. All right. Yeah, I think it's just going to come down a little bit.
Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started off with the keys inside.
And it also
Take a ride. Started off with the keys inside. And just for a while, I pull the brakes on the street so nobody sees. After you turn these headlights on.
All right. That's better. So let's think about, we've got this big gap here.
Hey.
So let's just, I want to just now listen to the drums again, because I feel like if we are, I want to just listen to those drums. I could do it, let's not do it with these mutes. Let's see if I just go, instead of my drums, I just go to my subs, which is 3, I think. Yeah. So at this point, I think we might need to bring that overhead back in a bit, because I'm missing some of the hi-hat stuff going on there. Yeah, so what I'm going to do is when it comes to this part here, so I'm going to go back to the normal mix, right? And then I'm going to bring up this. And I think I'm just going to actually record this part here. Bonk.
Really like this house for one of these, so I could take my own short ride.
Quicker. Let's go on to this track too.
while I pull the brakes on the streets hope nobody sees. Up do you turn these headlights on? Really like this house for one of these, so I could take my own short ride.
Is that working? Hang on a second. Off. Yeah, that is definitely what I want. So let's switch that back on. On. Not solo.
Oh, really like this house for one of these, so I could take my own short ride.
I'm going to leave that there. Oh, but now what I want to do is, instead of return, I want to hold, and I'm going to do this, I'm going to do this. And now it's going to stay to the end, right? But return. Right, fine. Now, let's go back. Everything's there. Now this is where the So I think on here, if I go down, oh, I don't have them here. Take those off. But I want to go to here, and when this comes in, I want the keys to come up a bit. Go to okay. I'm gonna go and let's keep on going. Hold on. so now the guitar comes in at that point then. So that's this guy. So now that needs to come up. Now also that guitar is just clean on its own, which is interesting. Doesn't have any. Am I missing guitar? I've just got them kind of down there, right? So if we listen to so I'm going to send one of them an auxiliary to go to some reverbiousness. Let's just see what that sounds like. Try to decide which is the better one to go with. That one. All right. So if we go back and we take these guys off, and I go back to my thing. Now I'm going to ride the guitar, and that's going to be this fellow here. When the guitar comes in here. Right in there. All right. So, well, actually, just fix that part there. Oops. Hit a level. Right. Cool. All right. Not bad. There's still a lot to work on, of course. There's still some things to be done, but it's getting better. I feel like we need to the horns disappear for a little bit in there, and what else? The horns disappear for a wee bitty. Let's save this, and the vocals are kind of getting really peaky sometimes too. So we could work on that a little bit. I think it's more in this area here. Oops, I mean, let's have a listen here.
Telling me whatever, if she stayed, maybe I could still.
Can you guys hear the audio okay and everything in the background? Is it actually at a good level?
But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before.
I'm going to record this bit.
Egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started off with the keys inside. And just for a while, I pull the brakes on the streets so nobody sees. I do you turn these headlights on. Really like this house just for one of these. So I could take my own short ride.
All right. Bonk. Okay. I think that it's not in a crazy place. Oh yeah, that's funny you said that. I'm about to go and work on the vocals. They are totally pinging out in the mix. I think they need to be settled in there. But also it's the style of the way they're recorded. It was. I think there's processing going on this. I don't think this is the clear stuff. There's something going on for sure. Let's listen to it from the beginning. So I think the bass is fine. I think the guitar needs to come up for a little bit. So if I go to return and I have this on here, so let's just fix the guitar a little bit. Now I think the keys as well need a little bit of writing at the beginning too. Save.
This night could be a little better. It feels.
Oh, something's broken here. Let's switch this off for a sec.
Like cheap champagne. Tastes like the cheapest one.
I think the reverb on that main vocal is way too much now. So let's go to here, let's go to vocal 2, let's go to auxiliary, and let's dial those vocal 2 way back to there. How about that? Alright, now we can go back to here, and then we can go to here and see where we are. Alright, now I want the vocals bus. Come on. Oh, switch on the mix, and then you will see the bus. Bonk. So on vocals, let's do that. Do I have anything else selected? No. So let's work on the vocals, and my levels are on here, which is good. And now I'm going to go back and see what I can do with that. All right, here we go. I need a pee.
This night.
Missed it totally.
This night could be a little better. It feels like it's not gonna be a winner. Cheap champagne tastes like the cheapest one. Is this cocaine? Feels like a secret pill. Parties not so good. You know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should. It's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started up with the keys inside. Just for a while. I pull the brakes on the streets so nobody sees. I feel you turn these headlights on. Really like this life, should be one of these. So I could take my own joy ride.
Now let's just go doot, doot.
Just got a little better. Straight. This night just got a little better. Straight signs telling me whatever. If she stayed, maybe I could steal. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good, you know what I'm thinking? Something that I've never done before. Don't know if I should, it's okay, I've been drinking. I think I should open up the door. Now my car will take a ride. Started off with the keys inside. And just for a while, I
Okay. So all right. Okay. So I've got more compression work to do, and I've got some more evening out of the vocals to do, but it sounds a lot better than when it started.
So I could take my own short ride.
I wonder if there's a space for this. You know what? I'm going to pop it in there.
Short ride.
Yeah, I'm going to do it right there. So let me grab that. I've got it on to return, and I'm going to have this guy coming on there.
Really like this, I should wanna be. So I could take my own short ride.
No, that wasn't good enough.
Really like this, I should wanna be. So I could take my own short ride. This night just got a little better. Street signs telling me whatever. If she stayed, maybe I could still. But she's so vain, egocentric, overkill. Parties not so good.
All right.
You know what I'm thinking? Something that I never done before. Don't know if I should. It's okay.
Okay, so I've heard the song enough for once today. As in, I think I need a little break. It's always healthy to have a little break before you go back to these things. Let me do this. There we go. Boom, we're back to that one. So, I'm going to keep on working on this, maybe another one, or I might move on to another song. You let me know. Let me know if you thought this was fun. And we will see you on the next one. It's a pleasure. Is it Pucky or Lucky or Plucky? Lukes. Pookie. Thanks. Thanks to everyone who listened in, and we will see you in the next one.